Excuse me. So here is the video for the study guide for the quiz on Monday. The study guide itself can be found on Ed's site. Now, the numbers on this that I'm doing here will be different than the numbers on the study guide, so that the kids can't just copy all the answers and be done. Everything is done in a similar way. I would like them to actually be able to do the study guide and practice so that they can be prepared for the quiz. Not just watch the video, copy the answers, and skip through how to do everything. So, for question 1, it says select all the expressions that are equal to 2 times 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 2. Yeah, I don't know why I said it like that either. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 2's. Now, if we work all this out, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. Well, this is equal to 16. Well, times 2 is 32. So I already know A can't be my answer, because this is already more than that answer. Well, I have 8 2's being multiplied. Well, this means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 and 2. And so it means 8 2's being multiplied together. So B works. Then, here this says I have 3 2's. So 1, 2, 3 times 5 2's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 5 and 3 make 8, so that works. And then here, this says I have 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're done. So there's 7 of them, and then one more. Well, 7 and 1 is 8, so that works, because all 3 of these say we have 8 2's. Well, this is 5 2's. And this is 3 2's. And we're adding. Well, here we were multiplying. And so that's the difference. That's adding. So that doesn't work, because 2 and 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. 2 and 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, and 32 plus 8 is 40. Again, if we continued this out, that was 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2, so that's 6, is 64, times 2, so there's my 7, is 128, and times 2 for 8 is 256. There's a big difference between 40 and 256. Okay. So, for 2 to the 8, what this is this is called the base. That's our exponent. the exponent tells us how many bases to use. So, since this was an 8, we have 8 bases. And it's always multiplying. Okay? So it's always multiplying. Okay? So now if we take a look at question 2. So the surface area of any cube, A, with side length S, can be determined using the formula A equals 6 times S squared. So it's a very confusing statement. So what it means is if we have a cube, so I'm going to draw a little cube. So we have 6 sides. We have one here on the bottom, one here on the back, and back. So those 3 are the 3 we can't see. Then we've got the 3 we can see. The top, the front, and the side. And so that's 6 sides. So that's where the 6 came from. Now, since it's a cube, that means these are all squares. Now, we all know my drawing is horrible, but that means this side and this side are the same length. So they're both S. And so to find the side length area of a square, that's side times side, which is side squared. And so that's where that part came in. So if we find the area of one square, we know the area of every square. And I just realized I put 2 3s. That should have been a 5. Not that it makes up a difference, but it was bugging me. So, what really matters for this question is that we know this is S. So what we really have is A equals 6 times 3.2 to the second power. Well, we know exponents come first. Now, there is a way to get each of these answers, but only one of them is right. Okay? So, if you do something wrong, you can get one of the wrong answers. So, since it's squared, that means we do 6 times 3.2 times 3.2. Okay? Now, because of the exponents, well, let me rephrase that. Exponents come first, so we do 3.2 times 3.2. Now, because it's all multiplication, it really doesn't matter which order we multiply in as long as all we're doing is multiplication. Because they're decimals, it's probably easier to multiply those first and then multiply by the 6. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 3.2, 3.2. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. Placeholder. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. Add. 4 and 0 is 4. 6 and 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 and 9 is 10. I had two numbers after decimals. So 2 numbers after decimals. So 10.24. Now I multiply that by 6. So 6 times 4 is 4, carry 2. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14, carry 1. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 6 times 1 is 6, so 61.44. And so A is my answer. And because there were 2 numbers after the decimal, 2 numbers after the decimal. Now, we could have also done 3.2 times 6 and said 12, carry 1. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 is 19. 1 number after the decimal, so 1 decimal. And then done 19.2 times 3.2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 9 is 18. Carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Placeholder. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 9 is 27. Carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 2. Sorry, 3 times 1 is 3. Wow. Plus 2 is 5. Add. 4 and 0 is 4. 8 and 6 is 14. Carry the 1. 3 plus 7 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. Carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 2 numbers after the decimal. So 1, 2. So 61.44. And that's still choice A. Okay. Now, one of the most common mistakes. Actually, let's talk about the 2 most common mistakes. We talked about them in class today. Are that people will do 3.2 times 2 and get 6.4, and then 6.4 times 6. Well, 6 times 4 is 24, carry 2. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 2 is 38. And look, that answer is there. It's wrong, but it's there. And so that's a way to get that answer. Okay? Get back here. Okay. Oops, I turned on the music. Okay. So we got to watch out for those mistakes, because those mistakes, while they are common, will get us a wrong answer. Okay. So we want to multiply the number by itself and then times 6. All right. Now, let's take a look at question 3. All right. So, Bad Dancer starts with 0, then adds the number 23 times. Hungry starts with 1 and then multiplies the number 10 3. Oh, sorry. That should be the number 20 3 times. For each expression, decide whether it is equal to Bad Dancer's result or Hungry's result. Okay. So, Bad Dancer did 0 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20. Hungry did 1 times 20 times 20 times 20. Well, 20 times 20 times 20 was hungry, and there's 20 times 20 times 20. So that's hungry. Now, 40 plus 20. Well, 20 plus 20 is 40. And we had another 20 to go. So that's bad answer. Now, and if we add 20 plus 20, 40 plus 20 rather, we get 60. Well, 20 times 3 is 60. Those are the same, so that's bad answer. Now, 20 to the third means 20 times 20 times 20. Well, that's that. And so that means it's hungry. And that's all that is. Who is it? Who did what? And we're good to go. That's all that's asking. Match up who said what. And now for question 4. Evaluate. So if x is 2, what do these equal? So 4 to the x means 4 to the second. So that's 4 times 4, which is 16. Now, the number on the quiz is probably going to be bigger than that. So you'd have to keep going beyond 4 times 4. And so this is where paper and pencil comes in handy so that you can work out the problem. Now, if x is 2, so we've got x to the third power. Well, that's 2 to the third power. And so that's 2 times 2 times 2. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So our answer is 8. And then for the last one, it's 1/2 to the x power. Well, x is 2, so that's 1/2 to the second power, which means it's 1/2 times 1/2. Well, 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. And so our answer is 1/4. And that's the entire quiz. Okay, nice, simple, and easy. So try the study guide. Okay, you can always retake it for a better grade and until you can do well on it. And if you can do well on the study guide, then you can do well on your quiz. So make sure you study. Good luck. And I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend.